It's not often we get out into the city just to walk around. Why don't we go to the museum? They say there's a very interesting exhibit there right now.
You know what? I don't mind. I've never been to a museum and I'm very interested in what I can find there. I hear they have mystical exhibits nowadays.
Well, let's go quickly. What a lot of interesting things to see here. I can't keep my eyes open to see what I'm looking at. Looks like there are some Spartans here.
JJ, this mysterious relic beckons to me. Let's see what happens if we touch it. Maybe we'll get superpowers?
Let's give it a shot. It's weird. Nothing's happening yet. Looks like it's just another hoax. All right, let's move on. Let's see what else is out there.
All right. There's some strange noises outside. What happened out there already?
Oh no, Mikey. It's a tsunami. Let's get out of here right now. How did a tsunami even show up in the middle of a city? Apparently, it's from that artifact we broke. We need to run into some building and take cover. Hopefully, this wave doesn't blow everything in its path.
Let's go down to the basement. I read somewhere that basements are the best places to hide from tsunamis. Who knows? Maybe we can find something in there that's good for us.
You're right. It is indeed a good hiding place. And there's a lot of drawers. Let's see what's in them, see if there's anything useful. I don't think so, because the only thing we're gonna need is scuba gear. And no way! Mikey, you're gonna find this hard to believe, but I found the scuba gear. I don't know where they came from, but someone's been preparing for something like this. Well, now we can survive this tsunami in peace, as long as the building doesn't collapse, because if it does, there's nothing we can do.
I hope that doesn't happen to us.
So, I suggest we go up to the surface and see what's going on up there. Maybe the waves somehow bypass this place. That'd be great. No, it looks like the whole town's flooded. It's just awful how many people need help right now. So, I suggest we take a look around the area. We have scuba gear for that, and we'll use the Seamoth to get around quickly. So let's not get complacent and let's get on with saving people. Speaking of which, it's our fault this all happened. It's kind of embarrassing. But who would have thought that an ordinary rock in a museum could bring a tsunami here? We'll have to be more careful next time. And at the very least, don't break any obscure artifacts. But it's scary to imagine the power of nature. The wave was so big that it submerged entire skyscrapers. It's going to take days or weeks to fix this problem. Right now, all we can do is try to save as many lives as possible. I think we should look into that office building because there's a chance some of the employees didn't evacuate in time. So far, everything seems to be fine. Wait, I see some blocks though. It's like someone got trapped or tried to use them to get out. Either way, we need to find out what happened out there. There's no way I'm just gonna get in, and that means digging around. It's a good thing my tools are as good on land as they are underwater. I was right after all, there is a man here. I have to do something to save him. I figured I'd hold my breath and give him a piece of my scuba gear. That should be enough to get him to the surface. Good thing we got here in time. Otherwise, there'd be no way to save him. Now we've all got to get out of here. Sorry, but this is a one-man Seamoth, so you're on your own from here on out.
JJ, I think we need to get out of this place because we've been here too long. Come on, let's keep swimming, because I'm sure he's not the only one who needs our help.
You're right. We should keep swimming. It could have been a lot different. All we had to do was not touch that nasty artifact. But what's done is done, and the important thing is to deal with it. That's it. Time for us to go to the surface. Speaking of which, that's why the water level has dropped, which means that sooner or later, it'll all be gone. There's a truck around here. I think we can stand on it. The main thing is that the worker has the strength to swim to it. But from what I can see, he's pretty good with a scuba diver. It's like he's worn one before.
Thank you very much. If you had helped me, I probably would have died in there. I'm so glad you came at the right time. Thank you again. I don't know who set this up, but he's obviously a very bad person.
Uh-huh. I don't think we should tell him that we did it. Otherwise, he might tell everyone, and then we'd be screwed.
JJ, I think we should take a look around town. Let's swim inside this building and go upstairs. I know it's a risky proposition, but what else are we supposed to do in this situation? And by the way, I know that the foundations of some buildings are resistant to erosion, so there's a chance this building won't collapse. And yes, we still need to come up with an alibi in case we're somehow tracked down and questioned. Since there were no cameras in the museum, I suggest we say that we were just walking around and when we saw the huge wave, we hid wherever we could. Yeah, I think that's the story everyone will believe. It's a lot more believable than if we said the tsunami was caused by a strange artifact.
Look at all this destruction. The damage to the city is unimaginable, and you have to work so hard to get all that water out. I think we can help them. Let's break the elemental block again. I think the most important thing is to think about what element you want to summon. I'm thinking of wind right now, for some reason. Oh no, that's not what I wanted at all. This is a real tornado. I feel like I'm being carried away. Mikey, help me! This is a nightmare. I don't even know what to do. I'm literally helpless in a situation like this. I've got to get someplace safe so I don't get sucked back in. But I realize that's almost impossible. The wind around the building is so strong that even the walls are creaking. And on top of that, I'm wobbling from side to side, even inside the building. What's the right thing to do? I could hope that I'd just fall to the ground, but I realized that was a very bad idea. Hopefully, I'll get knocked against the building and be able to grab onto something. Come on, JJ, think fast. In a situation like this, every second counts. I wonder how Mikey is doing. I hope he had better luck than me and was able to land well. But right now, the important thing is to think about myself. I don't want to die in a tornado like that. You have to dig your way in a little bit so you don't get stuck. That was a mistake. I'm starting to accelerate too fast. I'm literally being tossed from side to side like a little twig. Oh no, I think I've been hit too hard this time. Oh, my head. Is it really over? That's good, but we'll have to see what the consequences are. Oh, that's terrible. It's only gotten worse. The hurricane was so strong, it tore off parts of buildings. Yeah, I don't know where Mikey is. We have to find him and save him if we have to. I just need to look around a little bit. No way! There's a shark in the water. And if it's here, that means it can smell food. Something tells me it's Mikey. But don't worry, my friend. I'll save you. Now we gotta find Mikey somewhere. I think he's around here somewhere. Yeah, it's the wreckage of a building. I'm pretty sure that's where I'll find Mikey. And I was right. Hang on, Mikey. I'm gonna save you. The most important thing is that he's conscious, which means I just have to dig him out.
Thanks for saving JJ. If it wasn't for you, I definitely wouldn't have been able to get out.
Look, Mikey, we gotta figure out what to do next. You and I got hurt in the tornado, so first, I suggest we run to the hospital. They'll get us checked out, and if we're okay, we'll be back in town in no time. But at the very least, I'm gonna need some bandaging.
No problem, JJ. The weather here is terrible. Not only is there a very strong wind, but it's raining non-stop. But at least we don't have the same water levels as the rest of the city. Yeah, it's like all these natural disasters happened because of us. It's not for nothing that they say you can't try to tame the forces of nature. And we're proof of that. Even the hospital got hit pretty hard. I'm amazed they're still working. They're the only ones who can do anything to help the population.
Mikey, look at this. Half the building's literally gone. It's just awful how it could have gone so bad. But I think we should take those stairs over there. Follow me. Great, we did it. Now we just have to get to the doctor.
Once again, a broken off part of the building is in our way. What do we do?
I don't think anyone would mind if we broke down the wall a little bit to get to the doctor. I hope they have everything they need to help us, or at least put bandages on it so it won't hurt so much. That's it. All that's left is a little parkour and we'll be there. I never thought we'd have to take such an extreme trip to the doctor's office. That's it. We're here. Hi, sorry to interrupt you, but we need a little help from the doctor. We were victims of a tornado, and I'm sore in some places. So could you take a look at me?
Hi, of course I'll help you. Doctors have no right to refuse a patient. Here, lie down as you like. Let's see what you got. Looks like you don't have any fractures, so I'll just put some bandages on it.
Thank you so much. I feel so much better. Can you tell me what the situation in the city is like right now?
It's actually pretty bad. I am constantly receiving new patients, some of whom are in critical condition. By the way, Mikey, why don't I bandage you up too?
Thank you very much. We're definitely gonna be okay now. I just feel sorry for the other people who had it much worse than we did. As I see it, some of them are unconscious. Well, we hope you'll help everyone in need, because you're a very good doctor, and we should get going.
Now we have to figure out how to get down. I think it's best not to jump from heights in our current condition. So, let's just go downstairs. I want to try using this artifact again, and this time, it'll definitely be okay. I just want it all to go away. So don't worry, Mikey. I know what I'm doing.
JJ, maybe we shouldn't do this. It's gotten worse and worse in the past few times.
Don't worry, it's gonna be okay.
Oh no, JJ! What have you done? The whole Earth is shaking so hard it's like it's going to fall apart any minute. This is the worst thing that could happen. Not only was there a tsunami, then a huge tornado.
Things seem to have calmed down. See, Mikey, I told you everything was gonna be okay. Or not. Where did these rifts come from? Could this be from the earthquake I caused? If that's the case, that's too bad, because a lot of people could have gotten hurt. Not only are there faults in the ground, there's lava coming out of them. At this rate, there's literally nothing left of the city. I think we should stop using this artifact because it's just a nuisance.
Let's run away before anyone sees us. Some people might think we did it.
You're right, we're running away. Listen, Mikey, I've been thinking. I think it's time for us to get out of this town. I've already made a mess of things. I'm about to become the biggest threat to the world. So let's sneak down to the police station and get a helicopter. You do realize we can't get out of here in a car. The most important thing is that no one sees us. But I think the cops are so busy right now, they won't be able to get up. And that's good for us.
I support you in everything you do, but I think you're out of line. You're trying to steal a helicopter from the police. Anyway, I'm not leaving you. We're best friends after all. So let's change into our police uniforms so we don't stand out and go to the helicopter.
Yes, the most important thing now is to get to it successfully. Speaking of which, there's a good supply of weapons here, so let's get some. I think we're gonna need them. Now let's go upstairs. If it wasn't for the hurricane, we wouldn't be having any trouble at all. But now, we've got to climb the building like a jungle, because some parts of the building are gone. But it's okay, we're gonna make it. I just hope there's a helicopter up there, because there's a chance it was blown away by the wind, in which case, everything we've done has been for nothing, and we're gonna have to go down.
We're lucky, JJ. The helicopter is in place, which means we can fly out of here. It's still unclear where, but one thing's for sure. We can't stay here any longer. There's nowhere else to stay. The city's essentially in ruins by now. And all this in a day, I can't believe it.
We flew to some village. I think it's possible to rent a house here for a while and spend the night. It's all about negotiating with the villagers. Come on, Mikey, I'll take care of it.
Okay, but I'm asking you, no more use of the artifact. I won't let you destroy this place too.
Don't worry, I won't use it again. I've had enough of such adventures. By the way, this house looks good. I'll see if I can get a lease on it. Hi, could you rent me this house?
Hello. Of course I can. Let's see what he is, and then you decide whether you want to rent or not. In general, it's a very new house. We built it just a month ago. Only one person has lived in it before you, so it's in perfect condition. Everything works, the doors are locked. I understand it's just the two of you.
Great! We love everything about it. Here's your money. Keep the change. This will be a bonus for your promptness.
Well, that's it. We have a house. All we have to do is put this artifact somewhere. You got any ideas, JJ?
Yeah, I have an idea. Since it's too dangerous, I'll hide it in the farthest room of this house. I'll shove it so deep that no one will ever find it again. It's a good thing the house is big and has many different rooms.
Well, that's great. Now let's get some sleep. It's getting late, and we've been running around so much this day that my legs aren't even feeling right.
You're right. We should get a good night's rest. In the meantime, I can think about all the things I've done. I'm really sorry to all the people who might have gotten hurt.
JJ, wake up now. We're in trouble. There was a burglar in our house and he stole an artifact. I couldn't catch him in time, so he ran away. This is a nightmare.
No way. How could he even know where we hid it? But the real question is, how did he know we even had it? It's very strange. We have to chase him down and get the artifact back right now. Mikey, time to arm up. I think we can shoot to kill now that he's in our house. The important thing is not to lose sight of him. We'll run with you all day if we have to, but we'll catch up to him. There's no other choice. Wow, I didn't know there was such a huge structure near this village. Apparently, it's some kind of bandit base. Well, time to show them who they're dealing with. Mikey, I suggest you kill everyone in here. They're bad guys anyway, so we'll do the rest of them a favor. Plus, we need to get our artifact back, so we're not leaving here without a fight. I'm wondering why they're after the artifact. If they just want to wreak havoc, then it's their most formidable weapon, because they can use it to wipe cities off the face of the earth, cause cataclysms, and kill hundreds of people. I'm not gonna let them do that.
We need to get everyone out of here quickly and find the artifact, because their building is pretty big, and we might spend too much time looking for it. So go ahead, JJ. I think the right thief is somewhere in this neighborhood. The key is not to miss him.
Look, there's a door up ahead, and it's locked. That can only mean one thing. They're hiding something very valuable in there. That's probably where the artifact is, so we need to break through that door as fast as we can. Yeah, it's hard to stay calm in a situation like this, but I can do it. The key is not to attract the attention of the survivors, because they could use the artifact, and I'm sure we'd all be finished, so our future is now entirely in my hands. It's a good thing this lock isn't that complicated. Even with regular lockpicks, it'll take me a couple minutes to figure out the keyhole sequence.
Come on, JJ, I believe in you.
That's it, I've opened the lock. Now we have to steal the artifact. I hope there aren't too many enemies. Lucky for us, there's no one here but our burglar. And he's sleeping so soundly, we should have no trouble getting what we need. The problem is, we have to break the artifact to get it. Which means only one thing. There's gonna be another disaster. And judging by the last three, this is gonna be the biggest one yet. So we have to destroy the artifact somehow to stop this disaster from happening.
JJ, look out the window. A huge volcano has appeared there. If it starts erupting, it could destroy an entire continent. So what do we do now?
I have this crazy idea, but it requires getting close to a volcano. So go ahead, that's where it ends. That's it, we've climbed it. This artifact has caused too much trouble for people, so we have to get rid of it. I think it belongs in a volcano. Even if it's indestructible, at least no one can get to it. It's like a weight lifted off my shoulders. It's finally over. Now, let's get out of here. I don't know if the artifact's gonna make the volcano erupt.
You're right. We don't know what's going to happen next. But it's better not to take any chances and get as far away as possible. How do you feel about flying away in a helicopter?